Well, hello there. My kitchen is a mess and I'm gonna clean it up, and I'm going to talk about things that I love about living in Turkey. Also, I will not apologize for wearing sweatpants in my own house. We buy our coffee beans in bulk, so I keep them in a plastic bag in the fridge. These two appliances, the KitchenAid mixer and the espresso machine, are both from the United States. So we have this huge converter back here to convert the power so that we can use them. Something that I absolutely love about this culture is that if you are a coffee addict, this culture is an enabler. That is that. And remember I said my kitchen's messy, so don't be judging me. Ugh, I did not pack this too full. I know I didn't. I weighed everything. If you've been thinking about getting an espresso machine, don't do it. And now my biggest fear, always, is that it's gonna explode. I did a bad job. The first time I ever tried to film myself making my coffee and that's what goes on, that's what happens. This is a sign. This is confirmation for me. I'm not an aesthetic content creator. I pack value, not vibes. Do I just pop it off now? What might have happened is that my scale is not as, do you see me trying to find excuses? It was everything but me. Never mind, it was me, I messed up. Well, it's so good anyway. Positive things about living in Turkey. I love that you can go out at 10 o'clock at night and find a whole bunch of people sitting in a coffee shop drinking coffee. Amazing. Second thing that I love about Turkish culture is that it is completely permissible to be in lounge clothes all the time at home. Listen. I'm a wife. Okay, I'm married and I like to take care of my home. And I watch a lot of content about homemaking and about how it's really important to get up and get dressed every day. And I do get out of my pajamas every day. Also, I'm an entrepreneur and I have a networking group here. So I'm interacting with people in meetings and I coach and I have all this stuff going on. So I get dressed, okay? I'm not saying I don't get dressed. But in Turkish culture, you do not wear your outside clothes inside. It's not that you can't wear clothes that you would wear outside inside. It's that if you've worn it outside, you do not wear it just chilling around the house. You don't do that. If you have guests coming over, that's different. That's a different allowance for a different level of okay, we gotta put on our nice clothes. There's such an understanding here that outside is dirty and inside is clean, so you protect the sanctity of the indoors and you wear comfy clothes. Another thing that I absolutely love about living in Turkey is the bakeries. They're called fırın. I really love that you can find bakeries in so many places and you can go so many places and get fresh bread, pastries, cakes. They're not crazy sugary, ridiculous types of pastries and desserts. They're pretty mild. It's awesome. I really am trying to clean my kitchen. This type of vlog style filming for me is new and I want to do a good job, but I also need to clean my kitchen. I also unfortunately need to clean my fridge. That sucks. Something else that this culture has done for me that has blown my mind, and it's past, it's happened, I've learned it, okay, but the awareness of gut health. I literally told a Turkish person one time, years ago, that I don't really like yogurt, and they were like, what do you do for probiotics? I know it sounds so terrible, and it's not a recent discovery that's happened, but it's over time and a long time ago. Being exposed to the Turkish culture helped me realize that kefir is something that I just drink now, and I do drink flavored ones because they're not that sugary, so don't come at me, okay? But I just drink it now pretty regularly and it helps me so much with bloating. I thought I just was destined to just always struggle with my gut health, and all it is that it's important to have a regular supply of pro and prebiotics. And it's not that hard. I eat so many pickled things now, like pickled cabbage, pickled carrots, pickled tomatoes, pickled cucumbers. I eat so many pickles now, and I eat so much yogurt, and I drink kefir, and my body is so much better for it. And I know that things are a bit different now in the States, we're not that ignorant about these things, but when I was a kid, probiotic was not a word ever even used with me. When I was a kid in the US growing up, I was put onto an antibiotic for acne just indefinitely without any thought to the consequences that might happen to my body. And there were severe consequences. Of course, you can't just indefinitely be put onto an antibiotic and not take care of your gut microbiome and your health and blah, 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 and all the trending keywords and such. Something I really love about my life here and my exposure to this culture, and I think that it's like this would happen in exposure to a lot of cultures. It's not just Turkish culture, but this is the culture through which I have experienced it, is that food is so much simpler. It doesn't have to be all this fusion and all these sauces and all these flavors and all this stuff. It's just food. Like, you learn how to make 5 basic Turkish dishes and you have an understanding of how to make almost all Turkish food. And it's not like it's just simple and easy to make all Turkish meals, but the premise is there. Everything is there. The basics are there. So this has been something that's deeply positively impacted me. I'll be right back. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that materialism doesn't exist in Turkey. Of course it does. Materialism transcends culture. Materialism is a human thing. At the same time, being from the United States, I don't think we realize as Americans that we are from the capital of available consumerism. It's not that Turks are not materialistic and the culture has taught me how to not be materialistic. It is that living in Turkey has taken away my ability to be exposed to extreme availability to consumerism. I cannot go to Home Goods. I can't go to Hobby Lobby. I can't go to TJ Maxx. I can't go to Ross. I can't go to Marshalls. I can't go to Target. I can't go to Walmart. There is no equivalent of these stores. There are some places that have some home decor, but then you get into this really weird space of, oh, home decor here is a lot more expensive, and it's not nearly as niched and weird and unique as we have in the States. We even have the Container Store in the USA. So now in Turkey, I am less concerned with frilly pleasures because they're just really not as available. And luxury still exists here, of course. Materialism still exists here, of course. I'm not saying it doesn't. But it is just not as easily accessible. It's not as cheap, there's not as much variety, and it's not as easy to get to. There is this unique way that Turkey has changed me, or living in Türkiye has impacted me. And it's something that I struggle with a little bit. I'm not always sure if it's a positive, or sometimes it feels rather negative. And I'm not criticizing the culture itself or anybody in the culture, but just observing something that it's done to me. Turks can be kind of aggressive. They can be a little bit aggressive, a little bit intense. They can really clap back. They can really give I don't want to say attitude or something, but they're just a little intense. And I understand why. Like, I totally get it. I have found that after 3 years, I can also kind of be a bit like, if somebody does something stupid outside, I'll be like, I will just have so much displeasure, so much disapproval, so much attitude toward them. And can be really like, Uf ya, sen ne diyorsun sen? This is not something that has ever been natural for me ever before living here, and now it's something that even on my TikTok, people kind of comment and they're like, are you a little bit Turkish now? Because I am a bit tougher. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's something that I particularly enjoy, but it is something that I have to like just kind of come to terms with, is a reality, is a truth, is something that I have experienced. By the way, I took my eggs out of here and put them into this container to put them in the fridge. I think that there's this really weird line that is very blurry, where you are you and the culture is the culture, and you're trying to assimilate into the culture and filter what you don't like about the culture from changing you. There are going to be parts about a culture you do not like. It is okay. You do not have to like everything about a culture. When you are an extended guest in a culture and you're trying to assimilate into the culture and be part of the community, there are going to be aspects of the culture that might shift you and change you a little bit and you don't like it. And I think that that's a very interesting and new territory to walk inside of yourself, because how do you coach yourself back then to the more you that you are, even though this new quality you have isn't not you, because it's an adaptive quality in a new environment. Realizing that it has even shifted a bit in me to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more aggressive, gives me a deeper understanding and compassion for the women who are operating like that, because I'm operating like this now. So it's like literally the experience of walking a mile in each other's shoes, that saying, where I could not have understood this Turkish woman, my friend or community member, before I walked life in the same place they're walking life and could actually identify with and understand what's going on. This deeper reflection is also like such a gift of being able to live abroad and being a foreigner, because we don't have the opportunity to really introspect and reflect about these bigger things when we never leave our home base, our community, our home environment and culture, because I would have never even been questioning these types of things. I would have never had these experiences. I would have never had the opportunity to see life through a vastly different lens if I had not had this extended stay in another culture. So, in closing out this video today, I want to say that every single culture has parts of it that either connect or disconnect with every other culture. So coming to it with an open heart and an open lens, and trying to kind of let go of some of our own rigidity about what we feel is absolutely 100% right or absolutely 100% wrong, is important for being able to thrive and have a healthy, like mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, socially healthy experience as a foreigner in another country. That is what I have in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Our latte adventure was certainly an adventure. My kitchen is clean, my fridge is not. We'll see if I continue on that journey of doing that. I appreciate you so much and I appreciate your time, and my name is Kaylee, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If you have any questions about life in Turkey or life as a foreigner, please drop them in the comments down below. If there's a video that you'd like to see soon, please let me know. I have a list and I'm working on content. Gosh, okay. That's all for that. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.